Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Adams Brothers podcast. Happy Monday to each and every last one of you watching out there in Facebook and YouTube land. We are back with another podcast. We are joined here this evening with Miss Denise Santoro. She's originally born and raised right here in Deerfield Beach, Florida, and she is the founder of America's Blessed Children. So we're going to be talking to Miss Santoro here about the America's Blessed Children Foundation and what they have to offer and all of the good things that she would like to let the public know that they offer. So Denise, welcome to the Adams Brothers podcast.
Hi, hello.
Okay, well, you're finally here on our podcast.
Finally here, yay! I'm excited. Yes.
Now, but we don't podcast every single day or every week. We just we try to schedule 2 or 3 at the same time, so we don't have to keep setting up this equipment and taking it down. It's a lot. We don't have a studio yet, but hopefully someone will bless us with the studio so we could keep doing. We don't have to take down the stuff. But we're like I said, we're here with Denise Santoro. She's the founder of America's Blessed Children. Denise, first of all, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you and how you got started here with America's Blessed Children.
Okay, everybody. Well, a lot of people know me by Denise Davis. My mom, Lucille Davis, she was a minister at Church of God, and I was always giving. It's just a part of my character, and I moved to South Carolina to be retired, and when I got there, I noticed that it was awful. The children, like 8 years old, they wanted a baby. The little girls wanted a baby, and the little boys wanted a baby. And I'm thinking, this is not good. I mean, they didn't. Most kids want to grow up to be a doctor, or a lawyer, or a teacher, but in their mind, that's all they was familiar with. And they was 8 years old taking care of their mom's baby. It was just something that it just blew my mind. And I just tried not to get involved because it was the only place was available at that time was an apartment in a high crime, high drug community. And my family, they really didn't want me to go there, but I wanted to be on my own. And I said, I'll just go over there and stay 4 days and hide out and enjoy my freedom, and I'll go back in the country. And I just was so upset about what I saw. The kids went to school for years. They didn't get high school diplomas. They got like a certificate. They couldn't read or spell. It was just awful. And so as I was going back out to the country, all the kids would gather around the bottom of the stairway. And then I would ask them eventually, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was so I was so stunned. They looked at me like I was speaking a different language. Like, what do you mean what I want to be? And it's like, okay, I just kept it pushing. I got in the car and I left. And then I finally became friends with them and friends with their parents. And then I said, you know what, we're going to start a program. And so I asked a couple of the parents, the name was going to say God Opened Doors. And so we said no. And then we decided America Blessed Children, the Hannahs and the Donnelly community in Hemingway, South Carolina. So I started out with them, and and that's how we got started. That was 2008 in Hemingway, South Carolina. And the Lord just have blessed me. And I like to give credit to our ancestors, our deceased loved ones. And it just goes on and on and on and on. Now I'm at the place. We're still licensed in South Carolina. We're licensed here in Florida as well. And we're licensed in New York. I would like for us to think that we're all children of God and being an American, and then we're all so blessed. And so even coming here has its different challenges that I see. And the Lord has gifted me that not just seeing a need, He give me the blueprint and putting it together and being able to get the funding and being able to hire people. And it's just amazing what the Lord is doing. And it's just right now, my biggest concern with everything being so expensive, the bartering, like some people don't have education, they don't have skill. So what do? Because they still got to live. And for those folks that get disability or whatever, so the bartering is really important. So I got a thing here. It's called the hot juicy gossip, that people will sign up and say, okay, I'll cut your grass for $25. I'll clean your windows in your house. I'll clean your refrigerator. That's a newsletter. Hey, there goes the list right here. Hot juicy gossip. These people are not licensed, but we do make sure they get a background check, and they got to get someone that's gonna say something good about them before we send them to your house to clean your refrigerator out. And then it's just because this is very important, because a lot of our people, it's so many programs. I say again, like, round them up. I remember when I was like much younger, we went to the Church of God, Church of God off of Dixie Highway. I
Yes.
went to a lot of their programs. They cut out the programs, and we just dropped the ball in our communities. And a lot of us, we decided, well, if you're not going to church, the devil, you just deal with you and the devil. And that was the worst thing we could have did, because you know why? They're still our sisters and brothers. They're still our family. And so I call it the round them up, like you round up cows and all this, round them up. So that's like from infants all the way to senior citizens. The Lord has blessed us with programs like the Boys and Girls Club, but we do so much more, and we stay open 24 hours a day.
Right.
So with the Round 'em Up program, we have programs starting with the infants, working with the parents, teaching them eating habits, and teaching them gun violence, guns comprehension, communication skills, the different skills, getting them ready. We normally let our community get involved with the military way too late, when they're like in the middle school. They should be doing that when they can hold a bottle. They should know about this stuff. So they be ready. It's all in grooming them, getting them ready, and even appetite. And I really don't like this part about one person in the family. They got good physique, that they can go off to the army, or they can go off to play sports, and the rest of the family fails. So we created a program like that. If we work with your family with a baby, it's this, and then the whole family get funded, and they get to be tested, and to go to school. And I must say, I'm really proud about America Blessed Children. Once you become a part of America Blessed Children, it's like putting you under our arm like a mother hen, and we just like adopt you for the rest of your life. We don't just let you go. You have us for the rest of your life, and we're all in your life. We meet you right where you are. We don't try to change you. We just, you have to sign a contract, understanding the rules. We try to work with you, and as long as you're doing what you need to do, we work with you and your family with programs before we give you back out to the world. But we really don't want to do that, because a lot of our people, if you come from a nurturing family, that's really a good thing. But we have so many people are misunderstood for whatever reason, and they still need nurturing. So
Now
we
let
all
me jump in here 1 second. Where are you hold like for America's Blessed Children? Where do you meet at for these programs? Do you have a building that you work out of,
Yeah,
or
well,
is it?
we're just new here, and
Uh,
we didn't have all the licenses. I just got the Sunbiz license. I
right.
didn't know you needed that to go into the schools and the public library. So
Yes.
we're just setting up. We're just setting up now. We're out in the communities doing new discovery, because every community is different. So right now we're just at the Percy White
Library.
library tomorrow, and then we're normally in the community. We like I went last week. mean, I think it was last week, the Church of God on Dixie Highway. I mentioned it to my church, with Pastor Dennis Schoolmore. We were working, setting up programs in all the schools. But right now we don't have a location right at this moment.
All right. Do you have a date, a schedule, like with dates on it, where you're going to be certain places that we could post on our website, on
Yeah.
our page, where we can let the people know where you're going to be? Let's say if you're going to be to First Zion on Thursday, and then the following
Okay.
week you're going to be at Church
Okay.
of
Yeah.
God. You know, do
Yeah.
you
We
have a?
normally give out calendars. We
Uh
normally
huh.
make monthly calendars, and yeah. So no. Okay. I can get back with you with that. We're still
It'll
just.
be fine.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll have to get back with you with that, because, like I said, we're just in the community getting familiar and letting people know that we're out here. We need partners. We need sponsor. We just got a sponsor, one of our biggest sponsor, Gun World. We have a lot of gun violence
I
all
go
around.
shoot there.
Yeah, that's good.
Pardon?
I go shoot at Gun World.
Oh yes, Kim. She's one of our biggest sponsor. I designed this logo as Firearm Education Save Lives, and this is going to be one of our biggest. I was just talking to Wayne Barton the other day too. He said, "Denise, I didn't give you an okay yet, but we're trying to do something really nice to but getting our kids educated, getting coping skills, getting them the skills that they need to enjoy a gun and not choose
Right. Right.
that
Yes.
as a way of
Yeah.
solving something.
Right. Wayne is a really good guy. He's been
Yeah,
working
yeah, he is.
tirelessly in this community for years, and
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
what he's doing in this community is unmatched. By
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah,
so
I
go
would
ahead.
really like to do some things. And he said, I got him probably at the end where he's kind of trying to not do too much of anything. But I'm praying and hoping that he's going to, we're going to do something before he really decide to really, really, really slow down.
Just sounds like you need to get your word out there so people are aware that you are here
Yes,
and where
yes,
you're going to be.
yes.
We don't want you to just pop up somewhere and then nobody don't know
Yeah.
that you're
No,
there.
I will
Nobody's
keep
going to
up
be able
with
to get
you.
those resources.
Hmm. I will, as soon as I get my calendar, hopefully before the 1st of April, the first week in April, because we got some stuff. Stuff is coming in right now from the printers. I thought I would have it by now because I need it for tomorrow, and because I got phone calls from the Pelican newspaper, people wanting to volunteer. They want to know more about it, and I need all this stuff ready for tomorrow. So we're
Right.
we're, we're just getting a lot of stuff together. But I'm so thankful that you made time for me before tomorrow. And we need a lot of stuff because, like I said, a lot of our families are slipping through the crack. The programs are out there, and if they're not, the funds are available. There's jobs out there. It's just a lot need to be done. And America Bless Children, it would open arms. And I'll say this right here before you, if you're like going through something, always like cross your hand, get your hands and cross your hands and give yourself a nice squeeze. I mean, really, really squeeze, and it just makes you feel so good. A lot of we have lost a lot of our loved ones, and a lot of time people's not in place, and they just need to feel love. And this is from me to you for nurturing. Just squeeze. Oh, it feels so good.
Yes. That's a good thing. That's
Yes, it is.
give
Thank
yourself a
you.
hug. We need to hug ourselves a
Yes,
lot of
yes.
times. There's nobody
Mhm.
there to hug us when we need to be hugged. So that's a good
Mhm.
thing. Just hug
Yeah,
ourselves.
really, 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 really. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm.
Uh-huh. So, is there anything else that America's blessed children do? Well, we know about the programs, but what else do you have coming up with
Books.
America's blessed
Anything
children? Any
else that you
books
might
Yeah,
or
have?
yeah. I'm an editor. I was
GED
gonna bring. I
classes?
don't know if I bring my books in. I write books. I'm an editor. I like when I If you can go to Amazon or any place, books are a million. Denise Santoro. I have all kinds of books online. I thought I brought a few of them in here. I was trying to. I didn't know what was I gonna need. I gotta say this right here. Okay, here goes a couple of my books. I did Caleb Adventure 18 Wheeler. It's a coloring book. It teaches about this is the one I work in. for my new book. This is got 5 stars. This help teaches reading, and it teaches about 18-wheelers. You don't have to be a man to drive cars. Okay, this is the big writing, and it tells everything about driving up and down the road and what you do. Then the back is the coloring book. And this is for girls or boys. And actually, that was my husband. That's my husband there that drive 18-wheelers. And this is actually a real company. They gave us the okay to use their logo. So, man or woman, this is a good paying job being a truck driver. And then I got coming home to Africa, teaching the different maps about Africa. And there's other books that I have that we teach is a lot of this we teach is about different parts of Africa,
Yes.
The different flags and what it means. So the children, so that we start that in we started in elementary school. So when they see the flag, they can identify with the flags, and we teach us all the different language along with learning the flag, so they can identify with the flag. So they learn the vocabulary, the language, and they learn so much about the culture. So
That's good. How much is that book there?
Oh, I'm not for sure. We could do something. We could do. We got some really nice books that we would really need to.
Yeah, I'm that particular book. Come home to Africa. How much is that book selling for?
Oh, I think it goes up and down. So we can work something out that we, because it goes up and down. It never one price. The price of paper go up and down. The price of ink.
Right.
But that would have been a great book for Black History Month.
Yes, it would.
Even Juneteenth.
We'd like to get a hold of that book.
Yeah, we got all the flags in the world. And that was saying that Black people are the first people. That was a really nice book. So you guys we got to do something. I'll get in touch with you, and I can bring the books, and we can do something, because I would like for the children these books, because a lot of the parents, they're not going to be able to afford them, because unless I buy like in big volume to get those kids, because the kids have to. Our kids, our kids, we have to get involved with American Restoration, because our kids are at the bottom of the list. I hate to say that. We're not spending time. We're not spending money like we need to teaching our kids these different languages, these different things that they need to compete. And it's real. I mean, it's really, it's a lot we have to do to get our children to where they need to be. And I'm here, and I'm training, and to make sure that our kids can compete beyond where they need to be, making sure they're having the skills that they need. We make sure they get tested. And like our senior citizens too, we have Joy Toys, where we collect toys all year long, because we visit senior citizens' home, and we visit the senior citizens in the community, making sure their home health care person is taking care of them. And then children, we always take a toy to a child. So that's a good way for us to find out where the child is at and where they need to be. And that's a way that we get into the family, and then the family build trust with us, and then they let their guard down, and we see where this person needs to go to school, and this is how we make grants and scholarship to say, okay, well, this person needs this, and we can write a scholarship, we can write a grant, and we get the whole family involved. And then even if the parents got bad language, we don't go in there telling them, hey, don't do that. Like I said, we have to sign a contract for the family, but we let them know, okay, this is not the way you do it. We don't, and this is what, if it's a man, we go fishing, we spend time with them, and we talk to them. And especially you guys, the young man that's around here wearing their pants down there, I'm thinking they go both ways. I don't see it as, I don't know where they come from with that style, but we have to engage in this. We have to get serious about our culture, because if we don't, somebody else are. And they think that's a good thing. And you know what? They have little boys and girls under them in their home. And so they're thinking, if my dad is doing it, it's good. And it's not good, because I wouldn't hire anyone that comes to my facility to work. Well,
it's a rumor that it started back in prison.
Yeah,
it's a rumor that sagging started in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of guys, it's just so sad. And so we have a job to do. I know a lot of us, like me, in our 60s, we want to think we're going to sit down and we're just going to take it easy. We can't. We have to roll up our sleeve and we say, you know what? If the Lord give us another 10, 20 years, I love my culture. I'm going to sacrifice an hour or 2 hours a week and roll your sleeve up and say, what do we need to do? And we come together and we tackle this and we nurture them. That's where I say reparation. A lot of that comes from, I hate to go too much, but a lot of that comes from 500 years of not getting what we supposed to. The guy for halftime said 50 acres in the mule. It's going to take a lot of money. It's going to take so much. So even what we do is not going to be enough if we don't have the money. So a lot of the money is going to have to come from us. We're going to have to get in the kitchen, start making pies. We're going to have to do car washes. We're going to have to start doing fundraisers to get this money to make sure these kids, because if we can save one family, we save all of our families, because all of our families is being affected and not having what they need. Someone
That's
just
right.
started calling me. So we have a real serious crisis
Mhm.
and I can't do it by myself. And
Right.
I need you to come out. Like I said, most of us in our late 50s, early 60s, they want to say, my kids is an adult, but the Lord gave us eyes to see. And we know that, listen, I mean, these young boys, I don't know, jail or whatever, they're not going to get our jail. They're not going to get our kids. They're not. And
I
so if
heard
I,
my brother say something earlier. I just wanted to just ask something. I heard my brother say something earlier about a GED program. Do your programs offer that GED programs for people wanting to get their high school diploma? I heard him say that earlier, so I was just wondering, did your program offer that?
there, we can do that. Um, we partner with a lot of people. I have not saw a big, I have not seen a big push with GED program. I would easily, like I said, every day the phones are that's why American Red Shirt, and we're like all over the place. Everybody say do one thing and stop. Unfortunately, we can't because it's so much things that happened through 500 years of all kind of neglect and stuff, and we're like patching it up, putting the tape over here and a band-aid over here, and we got some serious things that we need to take the band-aid off and put some spider webs like the old people and some peroxide and let it dry out and nurture it and work. And it's just we have a lot to do out here, but a GED is no problem. It's going to take a lot of problem. Like, I mean, it's going to take a lot. Like I got this here. I got this airport. I saw on Facebook this guy, this black pilot. He just graduated from Pompano Airport, behind Pompano Fashion Square. So I reached out to talk to the guy. I said, I would love to have this program for my community. And so I called and he said, yes, we do have a class. I got the application here. And he said,
Yeah.
we have our airport is in Pompano, Davie, and Miami. I have the application here. They start out with $18 an hour and they have all kinds of programs and they pay you to be trained. So, but there's not a program that we don't have. And I would like to, I do any program that we need, like I could easily get one and then
Right.
implement it to what we need versus just getting a GED, actually helping them get a skill. This AI thing is really big. And what really blows my mind in our communities, our kids, our adults, our young adults, they're leaving so much money on the table. They don't know how to do business cards. They're not doing business cards. I don't know where their mind is at, and I don't know.
Right.
They,
And
like you
I
know.
want to I want to ask a question about. I mean, did you think about linking up with the city out at the Johnny L. Tigner Center? You could, there's rooms available out there to use. They're trying to fill that building up with programs. That would be an excellent place for you to go out and start your program out there at the Tigner Center. So maybe you could link up with the city or go out there and see
Oh yeah,
how
I
you
see it.
can
Yeah, I
facilitate that.
went to the mayor. And you guys did an excellent show on the election. I followed you guys. Yeah,
Thank
the
you. Thank
last
you.
mayor, pardon?
Thank you. We
Thank
were
you.
just thanking you.
Yeah, the last mayor, yeah, they did really good. I went to a couple of meetings because I'm still here. I've been here, and getting like connected. And so so they're very interested. So the guy says, send me over some stuff. And then they had a meeting and they sent me over to the one where the old golf course used to be over by Hilton. They have a new building there.
Okay, yes.
Yes, yes.
I forgot the name of
Executive
that.
Hillsborough Executive Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there and I was talking to them and they told me they liked it and they want me to come back. And so I got a proposal as for $10 million. I mean, actually $50 million that we was granted for the East Coast. That means that we will get $10 million for Florida. So the Fidelity approved this grant, but we don't have, for some reason, I haven't been fortunate enough to meet people that has that uh, passion to, like I said, most people in there that I've been meeting, they don't want to take on such they don't I have not been fortunate to meet someone that has the skill or have the passion that wants to challenge it. I've spoke to several people, and this is what, so we, like I said, that's grant money, but like I said, there's other programs we have, like the Bass Pro Shop. They want to buy the logos with t-shirts and caps and mugs. There's so many other avenues. There's so much money available. The Lord has really blessed me with all this stuff, and He has promised us that He was going to bless us with over the window, so the window and the door wouldn't be able to hold it. And He has given His gift to me, and I meet these people to car shows. We normally have car shows every March in South Carolina. I didn't have one this year because I'm here, and it's just so much. I have not been fortunate enough to find people that got the time. If they're not already committed, another board, or they don't have the passion. It's just, or they don't have the time, and so I don't know what to say. So I'm out here, and I know that the Lord is going to connect us with the people to make these things happen for them, because the harvest is ready. The Bible
Right.
was there, and the labors are few. And
And
so
we'll help you get there. If you just when you're having something in the community,
I'll get you the
just
calendar. I'll
email
make
it to us. Get us that calendar, and we'll post it on our page so
The
everybody
books,
would know.
pictures, photos of the
Yeah,
books that
yeah,
you have. If you
right.
can put them all together and
Okay.
send them to
Okay.
us, we will. That's what I tell people. We here for the community.
Thank you.
'Cause-
You guys are doing a great job. I'm
Thank you.
glad
Appreciate it.
I found you, and I haven't. You guys are like a lucky charm. It's a really lucky charm to whenever you come on. You guys are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you, thank you. And
Thank
speaking
you.
of come home to Africa, your book Come Home to Africa. We're in a couple weeks. We're going to have someone who relocated to Africa on our podcast. His name is
Okay.
he changed. He's from Deerfield. His
Okay.
name is Asante Kwaku Maroon.
Okay.
Most people know him as Andre
Andre.
Lewis, but when he moved to Ghana, Africa, he changed his name to an African name. So
Mhm.
we're going to have him on our podcast in 2 weeks, and
Okay.
he's going to be telling us about his relocating to Ghana, Africa, and some of the programs that they're offering Black Americans to come to Africa and move to Africa with the
Incentives.
free land. I think it's like 100 acres of land over there that they're setting aside for Americans to move back to Africa. So he's gonna help educate us on the move to Africa and all of that stuff. So Come Home to America. That's a good book that we'd like to get our hands on, and
Okay.
probably help people who wish to live in Africa, help them with their move to Africa, if that's what they
Okay.
wish.
Okay. Yeah.
So, is there anything else that you would like to tell us before we let you go? Anything that our viewers that you would like for them to know
Well,
about America's best?
like I said,
In
like I
three
said,
minutes.
Pardon, like I said, we work with everyone from infants all the way to senior citizens. There's so many programs. There's just in LA Fitness. We just became a partner with LA Fitness. We're going to be having a big thing over there on the 31st. It seemed like anyone I talked to, I pretty much mentioned it. They want to be a part of it. They want to, and our health is very important. And this is
Right.
another thing too that we got to work on, but it's really not easy. We just got to do a lot. But anyway, West Side Park, I made some notes here. I want to, because our community, we don't have a swimming pool. I mean, football and all that stuff is good. I just got here, and but I really want us someplace. Either the Deerfield Middle School is going to allow the community to use their pool, or they're going to have to find some money someplace for our community to have a swimming pool. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just because it's something that we need. Going to the Olympic, it's a lot of money there. It's a lot of opportunity there, and it's something that we need to get over. And I don't know where the land is going to come from. I haven't seen the where we're going to put it, because I went out there a couple of days ago, and I don't know where it would it go. Where would it go? But so I don't know who am I going to talk to about it,
Right.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's a lot of things people definitely would want to see over at the newly named Oviedo McKeithen Recreational Center, aka Westside Park. I know I heard a lot of people over the years said a pool, but we have the newly named Peggy Nolan Aquatic Center over at the Deerfield Beach Middle School. That's I know they're open right now, but at the moment, if the kids want to learn how to swim, that's the only thing in town that they have. And I would
Besides the high school,
besides the high school, and I don't even think the high school
Deerfield
allowed
High.
them to do anything like that.
Oh,
So
Deerfield High School have a swimming pool now?
Yes, they've been had one for years.
Oh wow! You can tell how old I am. Well, I want a place that we can go, a family day. I mean, and we want our kids to be nice to go to the Olympics, but I would like a swimming pool, a community pool that we can have that's going to bring in like with everything else. Everywhere you go, you got to pay for parking. So it's like I think that will be something that, because our kids now with this social media, it's a whole different people, families. They need a challenge. They need something different. They're not like me and you. They're like our parents. So they need something that's a little more daring,
Right.
like flying an airplane and something. They just need it. The appetite is they got to be kind of like I say, I don't know, how do I find someone that do like to do a marine, getting on the boats. I'm working with big ships, trying to get them, because they have a lot of schools where they teach you to be able to go and learn how to work on a boat, a yacht. And so these are things in the community that, like hot air balloon, snow skiing, to bring to the kids. A lot of them, they're just not going to want to go. But for those that want to go, we're going to work with them. And then even writing animals, like and then farming, and just introducing them to something totally, actually putting them there, and that they're gonna get paid for this stuff, because like I said, I don't think they're gonna pay reparation. But if they're not gonna pay it, they gotta pay. And then and then you got to be careful, because we don't want all grant money, because then they want to tell you what you can and cannot do. So that's
Right.
when we do a lot of fundraising, so we don't have to take money that's not going to give us what we need to nurture our community. Because most importantly, we need a lot of nurturing.
Right.
It's
Right.
really nurturing. If you can get all that stuff out, if you can, our mama, and it's just a lot of the stuff that's got to come out. and you put a little stuff in, but there's a lot of stuff got to come out. Ooh, I can just feel it. I mean,
Yeah.
I can build a
Well, we're
muscle.
going to help you get that out there,
Yeah.
viewers. You get us that calendar, we'll post
Get
it
us
on our
all the
page, and
information
Okay, and
we
I'll get the
need.
we can
books, and
talk.
I'll get the
We
books,
can,
and I got
yeah,
the application. If they want to
yeah.
go to the airport, they want to work for the airport. But
Okay.
I'll keep sending you everything over, and then we're doing
Yes.
like,
Email it to us.
Yes, you can
okay,
Yes.
email it to us, and
I'm
we
gonna
will
when I
put
get off the line,
whatever
you guys,
on.
I'm gonna send you the link to all with all my books on it, and we can decide what we're gonna do because
Yes.
we can I can get a pallet of books and we can and meet at the library someplace and we can give out the books. There's all kinds of things we can do. But I
Right.
do need partners. I do need sponsors. I need volunteers. I need trustees. I really need for you to show up and then paid employees to get paid for your skills and then bring your skills so we can teach each other and
Right.
teach the community.
Well, we'll help you do that, and we're gonna be here. And when you get up and running, you just let us know, and we'll bring you back on our podcast in the future.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
we've been talking to Miss Denise Santoro. She's the founder of America's Blessed Children. She is an author. She wrote some books, and she's looking for some partners, volunteers, and sponsors to help America's Blessed Children get up and running. So, if you want to like to volunteer with America's Blessed Children, do you have a phone number that you could give them before we
Yeah.
let you go
Okay.
quickly?
My phone number is area code 843-625-1007. 843-625-1007. And a lot of
Okay.
people call me Nisi. My maiden name is Denise Davis, and um,
She's
hi.
a sister. Everybody knows Eddie Davis,
Lauren
Lauren
Davis.
Davis. This is Eddie Davis's sister right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
if you know who Eddie Davis is, this is Eddie's sister right here.
Yeah,
So Denise,
Nisi. Yeah, my nickname is.
Santoro Davis, thank you for
Yeah.
joining us here
All
on the
right.
Adams Brothers
Thank you for
podcast.
having me.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So you have a great
Have a
evening, and
good evening.
everyone stay
Thank
tuned.
you.
We have another interview coming up at
6
6
p.m.
p.m. with Pompano Beach activist and podcaster Serica Peterson. So everyone stay with us come back with us at 6.
And
Thank
don't
you.
forget,
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you.
Santoro.
Thank
yeah,
you.
don't
Thank
forget
you
to pop on
again.
podcast at 7. Thank you,
Thank
Miss
you. Thank you.
Santoro. Have a
Thank
good evening.
you. Thank you. You too.